Hi, Kamala Harris, and your Democrat candidate for president, because Joe Biden finally exposed the senility of the debate. Thanks, Joe. I was selected because I am the ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person of color. So if you criticize anything I say, you're both sexist and racist. I may not know the first thing about running the country, but remember, that's a good thing if you're a deep state puppet. I had 4 years under the tutelage of the ultimate deep state puppet, a wonderful mentor, Joe Biden. Joe taught me rule number 1, carefully hide your total incompetence. I take insignificant things and I discuss them as if they're significant. And I believe that exploring the significance of the insignificant is in itself significant. Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time, and there is such great significance to the passage of time. Another trick is trying to sound black. I pretend to celebrate Kwanzaa, and in my speeches, I always do my best Barack Obama impression. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type. And okay, look, maybe my work addressing the root causes of the border crisis were catastrophic, but my knowledge of international politics is truly shocking. The United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea. It is an alliance that is strong and enduring. And just remember, when voting this November, it is important to see what can be unburdened by what has been. And by what has been, I mean Joe Biden. Do you think the country went to over the past 4 years? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What'd you think of that video? Pretty good, right? Pretty funny. Was there a point at all during that you did not realize that was a parody, that it was a meme, it was a joke? You know what I mean? Apparently Gavin Newsom is based or using that video that you just saw is like it's the catalyst of writing into law that it's like illegal to make like deep fake kind of whatever memes, stuff like that, which I get, I guess, but like I can understand like if they made like a fake video of somebody doing something illegal and you know, and they can go to jail or whatever, this and that. Like I get it, but that's not what they're concerned about, because they do that all the time anyway. Kamala's sucking, is hurting, and they need anything they can to make it better. But it's not just that, though. It's not just what's going on right now. You know, it's what happens now is going to affect the future. And I don't mean to sound like Kamala, but it's true, you know. But before I get into that, I did want to say that video is brilliant, because it's, you know, the voiceover with the subtitles is AI, is fake, but it's using actual footage and verbiage by Kamala Harris. So it just, you know, puts a spotlight on her stupidity, and I think it's great. But like I was saying, this, like I get it. You know, you can't have people make some fake stuff and all that kind of stuff. But when you make laws, even though that's not really what they're concerned about, they're just using it as a reason. But when you make these laws, it never ends, and it's just going to grow into something else. I mean, look at the Patriot Act, you know? Look what happened, 9/11. I'm not going to get into that, but it was so easy for the Bush administration to pass the Patriot Act because of what just happened. And everybody was just like, oh, yeah. Oh, we need to have... And now nobody has any kind of not freedom. I mean, yeah, that too, but not security. What's the privacy? We have no privacy. The government can just go and look in and do whatever they want now. You know what I mean? And it is now snowballed into people being arrested or being questioned by the FBI for making stuff, memes and various things, And it's like, so they make this a law. I mean, it's just California, of course. I mean, who's not surprised? But it's gonna, if Harris was to win, then they would make it a lot, worldwide. I mean, they are trying to do it worldwide. They're doing it in other countries, but it's it would be nationwide, so it would be illegal. I mean, there's there's a video a guy posted, and this guy, he's just a normal dude, but he posts things and makes things on probably X or whatever, and he had 2 FBI agents visit his home. They said they were FBI. One guy gave a name, but the guy's recording. They're asking him to not record. He's like, no, I'm not going to stop recording. And they wanted to talk to him about some things he posted, some memes or whatever. He was asking them to show their actual credentials, and they wouldn't. And he's like, I'm not gonna talk to you. You're here illegally. There's no reason for you to be here, and you know it. I mean, he like rips him a new asshole. He really does. And the FBI, the guys walk away in shame and everything. I wish I knew the name of the guy, but if you're on Twitter or whatever, just look it up. The FBI, tries to interview a person, but it's like that's crazy, dude. Just look at that and think about that for a minute, because it's something you said online that now the FBI is investigating you. Really? Are there not more pressing matters going on in the world, in the country, that the FBI could be doing? It's insane. And this is just, it's just going to only get worse. But I've began to realize that it doesn't matter. America's done, dude. It's done. As much, as you might like America and you hope that your grandkids are going to be able to enjoy the same freedoms that you did and your relatives and stuff, it's not going to happen. It sucks, but it's true, and it's been declining, collapsing for decades. The more, so, you guys know me. I was pretty, oblivious. I almost said like 2 words at once. Oblivious to things going on. Yes, I voted for Trump in 2016, but I didn't, before that, I was, I didn't care about politics. And then I joined the army, and then it was just kind of a hassle to vote. So I didn't really, but you could see what was going on, and you were like, I was always like, okay, he's going to win. And I think it started with Clinton, because that's when I was in junior high, and they had Channel 1 News, and they were showing lots of stuff, and it was like, oh yeah, he's going to win. He won. And then when Bush, it was like, I think then I was thinking like I didn't, because I was kind of more liberal minded. I was like, I didn't want Bush to win, but I felt he was going to win, and then he won. And then when Obama ran, I was like, oh, he's winning. And it wasn't any kind of, stats or facts that I went off of. It was just what I saw and just kind of how I felt. I don't know. So when Trump and Hillary, I was the same thing. I was voting for Trump, but I was like, Hillary's going to win. So I was shocked that he won. But like I said, it was just about 5 years ago where I really started kind of noticing some things, and within the last 3 or 4 years, where I just see everything now, and it's just like I just see all the bullshit. But so I'm not any kind of anything. I'm, like I said, I'm late to the game, but I do see it though. The more I look at stuff and research stuff, and then especially now that I'm reading the Bible. I mean, I've been reading the Bible for a year now, and then just the more research I do into Catholicism and the history and just everything, I am without a doubt convinced that America is not going to last much longer. Now, when I say much longer, I don't know, probably, I mean, I have no idea. I'm not like, but I would say, 50 to 100 years, America is going to be, it's not going to be America anymore. They're going to change it. It's going to be either completely ruined or it's going to be redone, just like all the, what's his face, the stupid vice president that's running. He changed the flag for Minnesota, I think. Eventually the American flag is going to be changed. It's going to be different. Like America, from what we know, it's over. It's done. But it's inevitable though. I mean, it's just crazy if you were to read like the Bible. I'm not saying like the New Testament, like the whole Bible, even the Old Testament, and you just kind of read the stories. You just see so much of what has been going on and is going on now. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Did I sound like Kamala right there? But it's so, I'm learning to not get like worked up and stressed about the politics, because it in the end it really doesn't matter. It doesn't. I mean, you can vote and this and that, and I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna vote for Trump, and if he wins, it's not gonna stop it. It'll slow it down, but it won't stop it, because they'll get another Democrat, whatever, in the next, it may be, 12 years from now or something, but it'll happen, and then they'll just continue on with what they're doing now, and it's just going to continue to crumble. And it's not just, there's Republicans too that don't really give a shit. They're evil, and it's just, yeah. So there's no point in getting worked up about it, I guess. I mean, it sucks, but in the end, this life isn't forever. It's not like we're in heaven and this is, oh crap, we got to battle and do with whatever because we got to live this for our whole life. It's like, yeah, our kids and grandkids, but you can only do so much. You know what I mean? So, and that sounds kind of bleak, I guess, but it's the truth though, and I've been praying the rosary for like 2 weeks now, every day. Man, at first I was struggling with, I had to sit there and just read the little thing. So now I got it down, so I can really kind of focus and meditate on what the what's it called? The mystery, whatever mystery it is that I'm, doing the Hail Marys for. But anyway, so yeah, so it's, I'm really trying not to get too worked up about it. But with that said, it's still kind of hard not to, and it's not that I'm right, they're wrong, we're right, they're wrong, or we're, you know what I mean? It's just that I feel bad for people. I don't know, like I'm just, like it's just, if you just kind of look back, or if you just not look back like in time, but just sit back and just look at everything, man, you would just see just how wrong like this making memes illegal. Okay, yeah, maybe right now from a lefty's perspective, you're on board because that's what the left is doing. Yeah, they shouldn't, memes, mean memes should be illegal. People shouldn't be able to do this and do that. It's like, I think news corporations not reporting the news would be more of a concern. Like, the news is a joke now. Reporters are a joke. They used to be looked at as almost like superheroes, because they would risk their lives and do this to get the story, to get it out to the people. Dude, that's long gone. Long gone. And, I get that, like, you don't want to see I wouldn't want to see Trump 24/7. This is why I don't watch the news. I mean, I'm on like the mailing list for for Trump's campaign, and dude, I get so many emails every day. I've unsubscribed to I don't know how many, but they still come. It's so annoying. I can't wait for this election to be over. But you want to have all the facts though, and it's like, and this is both sides, but the left especially just doesn't care about the facts. They just care about the agenda, and that the left is kind of winning. And because it's like, if you're for memes to be illegal, a meme, do you know what a meme is? It's a joke. It's a parody. That's what it is. So for memes to be illegal, yeah, maybe right now, they just make it to where you can't make jokes about Kamala or illegal immigrants or whatever. And then you're like, oh, that's nice. Dude, 10, 15 years from now, it's gonna be switched around, and then you're gonna have some Republican that's evil and doing all this kind of stuff, and you're gonna be like, what? And then you're gonna want to make memes, but you can't because it's illegal, and you're gonna be like, oh man, that sucks. They made memes illegal. We can't do. You know what I mean? It's like, they're so short-sighted. It's insane, and it does kind of make me like, I don't know. But again, doesn't matter really, because even if Trump wins, 4 years or 12 years or 8 years, the memes will be illegal eventually. All the stuff they're trying to do, the Second Amendment, it'll be gone eventually. It's happening. It's just, there's nothing you can do except for ready yourself and your family with God, I mean, that's all you can do. It's just crazy. It is crazy. It's just, I don't know. Like speaking of like the news and everything, it's like, so now there was a report of like a bomb. Gosh, these glasses just suck. There was a report of a bomb at a Trump rally or something, but then it was like the reports where there was a person that he got out and he ran into the woods, and then now it's like, okay, there wasn't a bomb. It was a guy who was training his dog, and it was a false positive or something, so it was like a false report, whatever, this and that. But then this guy's in custody and being questioned. It's like, what? If it was just some crazy misunderstanding, why is he being questioned and in custody? You know what I mean? It's like, there's just so many things that just don't make sense, man. And then you have, left-wing news that just try and... Nobody talks about Trump, having a bullet graze his ear and people dying. Like, nobody. And then you have this other guy who I talked about, and they're trying to like, oh, well, I don't know. I don't think it's real, and this and that. Just report the news. This is what was reported. This guy, he had this. He was here. He did this. This is what he was, Instead, like, all they're worried about is trying to find one little thing to say, oh, we fact-checked it. They pick one word out of a sentence. Nope. So the whole thing's bogus. Okay, so he didn't have brown hair, but the rest of it's all true. Or, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just insane. I don't know. It's over, dude. It's over. Just, baptized, get baptized. Fall in love with Jesus and God. Live your life like Jesus did. What would Jesus do? Share that with your kids. Try and be a good person, and just try and live the life the best you can. And, like I said, I don't think it's going to happen in our lifetime, but it could be our kids. Definitely probably our grandkids. America's going to be no more. I am pretty sure. don't mean to be so glum, but just when you look at everything, you know, and then you just look at America, that just its trajectory and just everything that's going on, you know, it's like every 30 years it just gets things turned to shit, and then for a little bit it seems like, okay, we're good now, we made it through it, and then there's another thing, and then there's another, or we're not going up, we're going down. You know, it's just, yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so that was, dang man, I'm only 18. I feel like I've been talking forever. Let's see. Yeah, so okay, I guess I can talk a little bit about so I'm all talking all get right with God and all that kind of stuff when I'm still working on myself getting right. That's why I don't talk about too much, or I try not to preach too much, because I'm still you know, working on myself. I haven't even, I mean, you guys, people that know, I've been, gosh, my teeth look so like brown on the screen. I mean, I know they're not. Well, I haven't brushed my teeth yet this morning. I just woke up a little bit ago, put the kids out to school, and here I am, drinking my coffee, making my teeth brown, making a podcast. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know. But it is pretty cool. The internet. I mean, I've said it before. I am not much into technology and everything. My brother-in-law, he recently got himself the Tesla Cybertruck, which it's cool. It's cool looking. I haven't ridden in a Tesla. I hear it's amazing, and you feel like you're in the future, but I just hate computers, man. I hate having to update and reboot and just all the stuff. Now, granted, Teslas are high-end computers, but still, I wouldn't, if I won a Tesla in like a raffle, I mean, I live in the Philippines, so it's not going to happen, but just for, whatever, for argument's sake, if I won one, I would sell it, and then I would buy myself a like 69 Bronco that's like fully rebuilt and updated, but not an electric and all that kind of crap, but just current day shocks and brakes and ABS brakes and power steering and just all that kind of stuff, That's like my dream car right there. So yeah, I mean, the Teslas are kind of cool, like I'm happy for my brother-in-law because he's happy, but it doesn't really, I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. But if he had gotten what I just said, like a 69 Bronco or something, I'd be like, dude, I'd be jealous. And like, that's, Teslas don't impress me much. That's a song, right? Don't impress me much. Anyway, all right. But that's it. Oh, no, it's not. 21. I still got a couple minutes. But yeah, so I'm working on trying to so I was baptized in Mormon, but, and I guess I don't have to be baptized Catholic, but I want to. So I'm working on getting my classes and stuff, but it's just kind of, I talked to the parish, one of the parish priests, Father so-and-so, I don't like to give names, but, he's kind of a busy guy, and so I'm trying to figure out, I want to get started. I'm getting really anxious, I read the Bible, I pray, I research history. I'm trying to read the catechism online, which I have a hard time reading online. I got to read a book. I'm a book person. I'm kind of a boomer, even though I'm not technically a boomer, but so yeah, I'm going to order the Catholic Catechism book just to get some more. Plus I got like some history. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy too, just how much BS. I don't know. I'm trying not to get into, dude, if you want to know about, I mean, I'm learning stuff about Catholicism, but I'm not going to try, and maybe another year or two or something, I'll kind of know something. But there's a guy who I think I've talked about him before, though. It's called I Miss Christendom. Christdom. Yeah, I Miss Christdom. It's a YouTube channel. This dude, he breaks it down pretty good. I like the way he lays it out. And, you know, I've fact checked him, looked up some stuff that he's talked about, and you know, as far as I can tell, he seems to know his stuff. He's a layman. He, you know, he didn't go to school to be a theologist or anything like that. He just 20-something years of nonstop research and everything that he just, you know, over time and experience and everything. So it's pretty interesting. So if you want to learn some stuff about Catholicism, I mean, there's a ton of good YouTube channels out there. There's some that are not good. But it's crazy just how much Protestants hate Catholics. Like, I never really kind of realized that. It's insane. But anyway, check it out. That's it. Now I'm over my time. So thanks for listening. And God bless. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye.